Beat him senseless.
You and me and you, we gonna throw down. That's right, we gonna get serious.
You can run, but you can't hide.
It's time for the Fuller Broadcast with your host, Jeff Fuller.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Fuller Broadcast Media. I'm here today to talk about BKFC, all the interviews I have with all the fighters from Street Beefs, BKFC, and MMA. I bring them on my show. They talk about their life, their training, all the support they get before, they fight. And we'll talk a little bit about their victories. So I'm going to be bringing on Sydney Smith, Sundance.
Hey, what's up?
Hello, Sydney. How you doing?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good. Just waking up, having my energy drink. So
coffee.
I usually drink coffee, but not a whole lot. So before we bring on, give everybody detail, your name, who's your training, your coaches, and we'll go from there.
Just Sydney Sundance Smith. I've been with the MMA Institute for, since 2014. So long time, almost 10 years with them. And yes, get down, please. And and then just started going and doing some work with Dallas Brewer a little bit. So, yeah.
So before, when COVID hit, with all the, gym not being open. I got 5 of my own kids.
Hi,
too.
Mom. Hi, Dad. Hi.
Hi. So what was it like with the training and everything with COVID hitting and all the gym? You couldn't be able to do a training. Will you be able to do the training on your own with a specific partner?
So like when COVID hit, it really sucked. So my gym over in Charlottesville that I originally trained at shut down, not to open up again ever. So that was really, really heartbreaking because I felt like that was my home. And I still really miss Dave Morris, my original coach. He was like more than a coach to me. He was a mentor in life and on and off the mats. And so then really I had some health issues, and then I had a surgery right before COVID shut down all the elective surgeries. And then shortly after that, I ended up pregnant with my son. So, COVID for me was a little different. But then after it was like a few months before I had him, I was really struggling. I was like super depressed. And so I found, was it Fusion Fight League, I think, out in Montana. I was having a fight tournament, and I was like, hey, I'm pregnant, but like, can you sign me up? And they were like, what? And I was like, yeah, no, I know it sounds crazy, but like, as soon as I have him, I don't need that long. Like, I want to fight. And they were like, sure. So they let me come out there and fight. I paid for my own ticket. At the time I was training with Lee Swecker, who opened up Bridgewater MMA Institute, Smashing MMA Institute. And we were all in his shed out on his farm because, COVID had all these restrictions and we could only have like a few people at a time. So I was out there pregnant in his shed, training with just like a few guys. And, I mostly sparred with Coach Lee because, obviously I was pregnant and I didn't want to take any chances getting hit in the stomach with him. But yeah, after I had my son, I flew myself out to Montana. Nobody with me, just went out there to fight, 3.5 months postpartum. And that's when, Serena De Jesus was out there with Roxy and Marv Eastman. And, so Serena and I kind of came to she was my friend. She is my friend. And, I told her I didn't have anybody flying out with me. And she offered, she talked to Marv, and Marv said that he would corner me. And I wrapped her hands for that fight and stuff. And then, Roxy kind of got to know me over the first couple of days that we were there. And at the fight, she was like, hey, would you like me to be your second corner? And I was just like, yes, please. Like, this is a dream come true. So she cornered me. And then I came back and was going through some more like health stuff. So then I didn't get to fight for another year. And I made my pro debut last June for Jorge Masvidal's promotion. And that didn't go exactly the way I wanted it to. I probably shouldn't have agreed to fight her with the huge discrepancy in weight, but I did it anyway because, I had been out for so long and I was like, nobody's going to take my pro debut from me. I don't care how it turns out. You know what I mean? Like I'm breaking into the pro ranks one way or another. Right. And that's what happened. And then I was out for like almost another year for medical stuff. Yeah, like December, I couldn't even walk. That's not even a joke. Like I literally could barely even walk. And yeah, I have a bunch of scar tissue for whatever reason in my left pelvis. They thought it was like endometriosis, but after all the surgeries and the biopsies and tests and all that stuff, it's not. So it's just random scar tissue, baby. Yeah.
So basically, hang on.
No, you're fine.
So basically, before you stepped in the ring at BKFC, you had all these health medical problem stuff, and look, you went to the big stage fighting at BKFC. So before you got to fight at BKFC, what was it like to sign a contract to fight at Florida?
Well, once I was able to like use my body again, which was like late January or late February, we talked to my manager and I was like, I want to fight. And they had BKFC coming up in, it was in Norfolk, and I really wanted on that card, but whoever they had me matched up with ended up getting injured. So I didn't get to fight on that card. And then shortly after that card, they hit me up, or my manager hit me up and was like, hey, they have, anyone in South Carolina. And I was like, done, send me the contract. Like, cause I was like, I'm not letting anything else slip by me. You know what I mean? Like, just sign me up. Cause I had told him I want to do BKFC. And, he's like, why bare knuckles? And I was like, why not? Like, I've been waiting a long time for this. Cause they never had my weight class until, like a year ago. And I don't fight at 125. So I had to be patient and wait for them to open up 115. I used to bug them all the time, like comment on the posts and stuff.
Yeah, I know they have a lot of, they don't have many women BKFC fighters at the weight class. It's really hard to find an opponent.
Yeah.
In the weight class you're in, and especially at I think it's 135.
Yeah, I don't know. Do they even have 135 now? I know they have 125 and featherweight, but I don't know if they have 135.
I thought they did.
I thought it was 125 and 145.
Yeah, that's what 145. Okay, that could be what it is. So guys, let me make a correction real quick. So I thought she fought in Florida. It was South Carolina. That was my fault. So, when your training started for BKFC, what was it like before you even stepped in that ring with the training?
I had to be really careful and intentional when I was sparring before the fight because I come from a really heavy Muay Thai background. So that was like my biggest concern going into the fight was that, I really didn't want to accidentally throw an elbow, if we got in close, because I throw a lot of elbows in real life. So yeah, that and not kicking. And I didn't do either of those. So I was really happy with that.
True.
Yeah. I did pick my leg up a couple of times, like my Muay Thai, stuff. And I didn't realize it until like after the fight. Like my manager was like, cut that Muay Thai stuff out. Just stop picking your leg up. He was joking with me, but I didn't realize it until I watched the fight. And I was like, oh yeah, whoops.
So, the training you have with MMA and, you've done maybe Muay Thai or kickboxing, what's the training like going into BKFC? Like, I know a lot of fighters never fought with their knuckles. So do you think sometimes it's difficult to think about, like when you're fighting, you might accidentally do a kick or throw somebody down. How can they get you away from the game that you were in, like fighting MMA to BKFC? Fighting's differently. So how can you compose yourself to just fight bare knuckle? You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. I guess you really just have to just train your mind, just be intentional. But even when I was in there, man, I don't really think a lot about it. I definitely I think just training to not throw like my elbows and kicks and stuff. I'm more of a striker anyway. So not I don't I wasn't worried about trying to take her to the ground or by accident or anything. Yeah, it's definitely different. You just have to really make sure like your mind and your body are on the same page, because we have such deep muscle memory that, it's hard to break some of that stuff. But yeah, like I said, I really just tried to train my brain and my body while I was getting ready for it to not throw those things. So I didn't throw them, for the most part, just because I didn't want that to be reinforced. I wanted to reinforce just the hands. So
the moment you step in that stage of BKFC, the minute you walk down that aisle, what was the emotion like when you walked down that aisle?
Man, I was so peaceful about everything. Like, there was just so much chaos and crazy stuff that had happened that week. And, I really had just really pushed into God, to get through that and to not let any of the emotions, take over my mind and what I was there to do. And, I don't know, it was weird. Like, I wasn't really nervous or anything. Like I said, I just had the peace of God on me. And when I walked out, I walked out to a Christian song, and I was just, man, it fired me up. I was ready to go. I was like, let's do this. But yeah, I was just happy to be there, and just excited to be in the ring. It definitely is very surreal. Just kind of like, whoa. But I try not to pay attention to that. You know what I mean? It's just, you kind of acknowledge it. You're like, yes, this is a big deal, and this is a big audience, a big stage. You just acknowledge it. You don't really give it any power to control you until after the fight's over. That's how I try and go into it. Just have fun. Because if you're not having fun, then what are you fighting for?
That's true. That's what I try to tell some of the fighters. If you go in there and you're too serious about, the fight stuff, you also want to have that fun with it, because you're not. There's no point of walking in the ring and they get too serious and they lose their fight and they lose that emotion, and then they're like, well, at least I had fun. I got to do what I've always wanted to do. A lot of fighters are like you, for instance, and Britt. You guys have fun with the fights because you walk in that ring, you get to punch each other's face, and then at the end of the fight, I see a lot of you guys happy. Like, hey, I got my dream came true. I'm having fun. I'm fighting. Yeah. That's amazing.
That's the whole point, right? If you chase your dream and you get to the end of that rainbow, or if you're, what I mean, if you're at that next station in line and you're not happy, you're, I don't know, you might want to walk away. In my opinion, I tell people, if you don't love what you do, then why do you do it? And win, lose, or draw, I love to fight, and that's the end of the story. Is I love what I do, and man, just being on that stage out there, being there for BKFC was, it still kind of blows my mind, just how incredible that whole experience was with them. It's just, it doesn't feel like, I feel like somebody should come and pinch me. It's like, whoa.
So here comes to the point, talk about your victory. I tried to download the pictures of the actual people who were taking pictures of your fight. Take us step by step. What was it like? The first round, how did you think you were doing? And, go up to the end of it where you won. You won by unanimous decision, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So talk about each round and tell us what you thought and how you felt like you did good, or there's changes you got to do.
Honestly, the first round for me, I think for a lot of fighters is kind of like, especially since I haven't been in the cage or the ring or anything for a year, you kind of fill out your opponent. It's a little bit of a process the first round. I think the biggest adjustment for me for BKFC is 2-minute rounds. Because I'm used to fighting like 5-minute rounds. And so they flew by. Like they're like starting and ending. And I was like, wait a second, what? Like we're done. But yeah, I mean the first round was what I expected, just both of us kind of feeling each other out, especially two people who are really technical tend to kind of try and feel each other out a lot more. But when we got into the second round, third round, I was really hoping for a little bit more. I don't know. Honestly, I was a little frustrated with the fight as a whole because I feel like I didn't get to do what I came there to do. I really wanted like a bloody war, and like I went into it anticipating to look like Tyler, when I came out, you know what I mean? Like spitting teeth, like rock hold, like I was just prepared mentally for like, I guess, quote unquote, the worst, which for me would be, I mean, I like black eyes and getting cut open and stuff. Like I'm just like, yeah, badge of honor, woo, like, yeah. But yeah, just I don't know. I was a little frustrated. And then after round 3, when he like fussed at us or whatever, I was like, bro, I'm trying to engage. Like I'm trying to get this stuff going. And then the 5th round, honestly, I was a little frustrated that he ruled that as a knockdown. You can go back and watch it. Clearly I tripped over my foot, but hey, it is what it is,
Got the victory, so.
Yeah, I know, but I felt, honestly, I didn't feel like, I don't know. I felt more frustrated than anything when I got out of there.
Yeah, you
just
felt
because
like you were better than what the outcome was.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted more, like I said, of just like an all out war because I haven't been in there for like a year and I needed my therapy. You know what I mean? So like, I really want like to get right back in there. So I'm still kind of trying to wait on and see like what they're gonna do with that. I mean, I've just been reaching out and stuff, but yeah, I'm like I'm ready to go again. Like I just want to go back in there and just do it again, but better. Like I just want to put on a better show and just I didn't get to show like what I wanted to show. I mean, I got to show my footwork like I'm legit, but I didn't get to show like I'm a dog, So that's what I wanted.
Right. So when I watched that video of like, I've seen females fighter. Like, have you ever trained with Britain?
No.
Well, I mean, is she in your weight class? I forgot. She's in.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
So, what would it be like if you had a matchup against her? How would you feel like?
That's what I'm coming for.
Yeah.
100%. I already asked them for the next number 2. Fanny. I was like, give me number 2 and then give me number 1. I mean, what's the point if you're in this to just be in this, then what, like, good for you. But I'm not. I'm here to come and I'm here to say what I gotta say with my work and my work ethic. I'm here to tell people about God. And I feel like it's his time to have a champion, and if that's what he's called me to do, then that's what I'm going to do. And I'll do whatever I have to do. I'll fight anybody. Put anybody in front of me. I don't care. Jenny Savage wants to fight. I'll fight her. I'll fight Fanny. I'll fight anybody. You know what I mean? I'll fight them all. Line them up.
I love your attitude.
Line them up.
Bring them up.
I mean, all due respect, but I'm the dark horse, and I'm here to stay. Like this isn't a fluke. I've worked really, really hard for this for a really long time, and I'm not a fluke. You know what I mean? Like I'm here, I'm real, and this is happening. So get ready for it.
So, what's the support like in your family, your friends, your gym? What are you have that full support camp that you need to for your upcoming next fight whenever you get that contract signed?
I feel like it has all been improving over time. My son's dad has been just amazing lately. He's really, our relationship as co-parents has really evolved a lot, and he's willing to do what he needs to do to help me fight, and chase this dream. And watching him so I can train and stuff, so I don't have to take him to the gym anymore. And my family and my friends, they all love it. They all support me. My sister, she works a lot, but she's definitely gonna be helping me a lot more, like over the summertime and stuff. And yeah, like my family loves it. The community loves it. Like my church, they're all about it. It's so funny. I love it so much. Everybody's like, "Your church?" And I'm like, "Yeah," especially my pastor. They're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yes, you can be a Christian and fight." You know what I mean? Like, God loves athletes. So yeah, I mean, like I have a lot of support in the community. Hopefully, we'll have some sponsors this time. Pretty much the only people I had was my physical therapist and Zero Fight Gear. They sent me some really nice boxing gloves. That was it. So I'm really hoping, and I've already had some people say that, like they want to sponsor me going forward. We just haven't really got the details hammered out, but if anybody wants to sponsor me, go ahead and holler at me, because I'm going to the top.
Yeah, you need to hit all those mom and pop stores. I'm sure they want to get on that sponsoring you.
Yeah, that's on the agenda. It's been a crazy 2 weeks after the fight. You know what I mean? Like just with all the appointments and interviews and doing this new business thing and trying to be a mom, too, and like genuinely spend time with my son and go support my team at the fights and just stuff like that. It's just been really busy. But things have kind of slowed down a little bit. So it's definitely time to
That'll happen sometimes.
Yeah. To get to the meat and marrow of it all and start building a bigger support system.
So, give us detail after the fight when you won that decision. What was the emotion and everything like after that fight?
Sorry, my kid's shoving a brush in his mouth. The emotion. Immediately after, I was very frustrated. Even like Christy came down to corner me and she was like, "You're not allowed to say that. Like, you did awesome," and all this stuff. But I was like, just I couldn't shake it for a while. And then it kind of honestly took like some of the other fighters who fought on the card or people who were higher up in the promotion coming and talking to me and let me know like, "Hey, like we think you did great." And so it really kind of helped me shift my perspective of like, and also when I went back and watched the fight, I am my own worst critic. I'm my harshest critic. Because I came from a school where you can always improve. Everything can always be better in life and in martial arts.
Right.
And so I'm always constantly focused on what can I do better? How can I incrementally improve everything that I do? And sometimes I have to I'm really bad about not like acknowledging what I did well. So it took me a few days to be like, okay, like what you did was cool, and give yourself a little credit for that. But definitely I'm very focused on improving and moving forward.
Yeah, like you said, after that victory, the first 2 weeks it's hectic. You got interviews, you got appointments. Then after that it dies down. Well, then you get ready to start back up your training, getting ready for your next. Who knows? They'll call you on the next card.
Yeah, I mean, I've had some offers for like MMA fights and stuff. Like one of them's pretty local. Then it's be on UFC Fight Pass and stuff. But I don't really know. Like my gut's telling me like, even though we haven't heard from BKFC right this second, that like that doesn't mean that they don't have something,
Right.
or they're not working on it. Because I'll call for Fanny. So like I don't know what she's got going on. You know what I mean? She might not be able to fight in July 1st or whatever. They might have other cards or they might have other plans. You know what I'm saying? But I was just kind of making suggestions and letting them know, like, I'm down to fight whoever. I don't care, but I want to keep moving forward to the top. And so, I just bought the last number 2, and I'm number 4. Number 3 is pregnant. I love Jamie. Shout out to Jamie. I'm so excited you're having a baby.
I didn't even know she was pregnant. I didn't get that news, but okay.
Yeah, she found out. I think she announced to the world. It was like March, I think. So yeah, she and her husband, they're really excited about it. I'm so happy for her. So yeah, she obviously can't fight right now. I'm sure she's gonna be chomping at the bit to get back as soon as she is healed. Because I know I was. But number 2 is Fanny and number 1 is Britain. So I mean, I'll take number 2 and then give her.
All right, so let's get to that here right now before we talk, at your sponsors and stuff. So let Brendan and whoever's number 2, let them know you're right. Let's hear what you got to say to them right now.
Oh no, I mean, I don't really have nothing to say. It's just that's their numbers, and I can't fight number 3, so why wouldn't I fight number 2? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, right.
I mean, it's nothing. I don't have any disrespect for anybody ever. It's just, it's a sport, and this is what we're here to do. And if you're not in it to win it, you know what I mean? If you're not here to go all the way, then what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, doesn't make any sense. And if I'm number 4, it only makes sense for me to fight number 3, number 2. I mean, unless they've got like a Fanny Britain fight lined up, then that would make sense as to why they, can't let me fight Fanny right now. I mean, in that case, like, I'll fight whoever. I don't care, like I said. But yeah, I mean, it's just nothing. No disrespect to either one of you, Fanny or Britain. Like, I don't care. Like, do what you do, and you guys have your own life and stuff. But and I think that, like, they understand, like, anybody who is not number 1 or 2 in there, like, they want to work their way up to number 1, or, you know what I mean? Like, that's in any league that you go into, if you're number 1, everybody's coming for it. So it's really nothing new for her. Right. And, yeah, I mean, it's nothing disrespectful, but it's just like, I just fought the last number 2, put me at number 4, and, so Andy's number 5 now, and it would make sense to fight her again. Right. And like I said, number 3 is pregnant. So like, this only left is 2 and 1, 4, upward. I don't mind fighting anybody else. Like, I'm not a snob about, oh, you have to be ranked to fight me and all that stuff. I don't care about that. I'll fight any of you who are at 115. I don't care. But it just makes sense, like, for the promotion and for, like, my career going forward, to fight the next number 2. You know what I mean? In my opinion. But what do I know, really? I just fight, like, whatever. So yeah, I mean, like, I don't have anything to say to them. I don't do the trash talk. I don't do drama. I've got a toddler, and I'm, basically a single mom. So, like, I don't have time for that. Don't bring that my way, because I would just straight up ignore you. Like, I have zero time whatsoever for drama or, like, crazy antics and, like, all this Facebook stuff. I don't have time for it. I really, truly don't. I just want to fight. So if you want to fight, we can talk in the cage or the ring or whatever. But other than that, I don't have anything to say other than I just want to fight the next. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like taking. I always like fighting up, right? Or up or equal is what I was trained. Like, you don't fight. Not that anybody would be fighting down, but just like, if you're hungry, if you're a true martial artist, you always want to fight up or equal. Right? You want to test yourself. That's the whole point of this, is like, I'm a martial artist. I train in combat. What's the point of going to war with somebody that, isn't going to give you a good fight? Like, I want a war. And that's what I'm looking for. I like that stuff, man. I don't know. Weird, but
that's one thing that confuses me. Like, when you're in the BKFC or UFC, or a lot of fighters just want a paycheck.
Yeah.
They want to put food on the table for their family. Also, you have fighters that are above that. They want more. They want more. They want to go to war. They want that belt. They want it all. Just like you want it all.
I'll fight everybody.
Right. Some of these fighters are like, let me just go fight. I just need a paycheck. It's okay. I got mine yelling at me too.
Yeah.
So,
You put your shoes on then.
so your attitude as a fighter is so amazing. I love that attitude that you have. And all you fighters in their weight class, 1, 2, 3, and 4, you better be ready because Sundance is coming and she's ready to fight no matter who you are. So you guys be ready. So is there anything you'd like to shout out to your sponsors or anything else you'd like to say?
Definitely. I definitely want to shout out Seneca Health Sportsman Rehab over in Charlottesville. Dr. Getty is always call him Dr. Wizard because he's incredible. Like I tore my rotator cuff and labrum in my right shoulder. He fixed it in 3 visits. Dude, I've never had a problem with it. My left shoulder has been trashed like forever. And so he's definitely working his guru magic on that thing right now. So yeah, shout out to him. He's incredible. And if you guys need anything done to your body, physical therapy wise, call him because you won't regret it. And he's really fun. He's so funny and like so fun to work with, bro. Like I love it. If you have white coat hypertension like me, you won't with Dr. Getty. Like he's like your friend that's like 10 times smarter than you. And then definitely shout out to Bam Nickman from Zero Fight Gear. I always want to give people credit who believed in me before, I proved that you should believe in me. And, he's been all about it, man. And he fights tonight. I'm so excited to watch him fight tonight. I think it's called Stand Up Fight Series. So you guys can look that up online. And watch him, support him. He's my sponsor and he's an awesome person and he's gonna kill it tonight. I'm so excited. Other than that, just shout out to like my kid's dad and his pawpaw and stuff and anybody who helps me and supports me. That's pretty much it. Like I said, I didn't have any other sponsors for this fight. So I just want to thank everybody who prayed for me and the few friends who sent down some money for me to go down and fight. That's it. Your prayers were everything. And I thank everybody for those. We had some spiritual warfare with this last event and, we did it. We got the victory in more than one way. So, thank you all so much for your support in that way. That means more than money to me, honestly. So thank you.
All right, guys. Anybody out there, mom, pop stores, Walmart, Arby's, anybody that wants to get sponsors out to Sundance, Sydney Smith, just shoot her a message and she's looking for some sponsors. She's an awesome fighter, awesome attitude.
Thank you.
She will love to share your logo business around the world on a short shirt. Give her a holler. And I appreciate you being on my show, taking the time to talk about your training, the fights, getting ready for your next fight.
So I'm just waiting. Like, please just call me. I'm so ready to go.
But I really appreciate you taking your time being on my show. I know you guys are busy. You got family. Family comes first to me. So I mean, we gotta get these fighters on and talk about their training and how they're doing. And it looks like you're doing awesome. You ain't got
so great.
There's no scars or nothing on you.
Nah.
Right, right here.
Oh, that was it this one? That
Yeah.
one's from like an old fight from a long time ago. And then probably just like mascara under my eyes right now.
All right.
Sorry.
Thank you for being on the full broadcast. I hope to have you on my show again next time.
Yeah.
And
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching the full broadcast show. Mania with Sydney Smith Sundance. She's a great fighter. She has an awesome attitude. So hopefully you guys watch this video throughout the day. You see what she said. She's ready to fight. And no matter who it is, you could be 1, 2, 3, 4, or you could be ready to fight and go in war. So prepare as she gets ready for her next fight. Thank you for watching the full broadcast, Mania. I'm out. Peace out.